Hello! We are back for another part of Persona 5 Royal, doing an Arsene-only run. So, I'll just load up my save file here. So, last time, we were wandering around the school, talking to the volleyball team, who seem to have cuts and bruises on them, and it's most likely the real Kamoshida. But this time, well, first of all, joining me again is my brother Jude from Atama Workshop.
Hello!
And returning to us is the one and only Nam's Compendium, who luckily we didn't scare off in the last part, so I consider that a bonus.
Couldn't figure out how to leave, so decided to stay.
Well, if you didn't read the fine print. Right, so hopefully by the end of this stream, we will be recruiting on, which I imagine we will be doing within the next hour or so. And with any luck, we'll explore a decent chunk of Kamoshida's castle. I've played it enough that I might be able to get to the end, but I doubt it. But either way, we're certainly not going to be able to do the Kamoshida boss fight by the end of this stream, so that might have to wait until next time. But oh well. Let's get on to bed and then start a new day. And a hee-ho to you as well, Heather Collins. Nice to have you back.
On hard mode, Kamoshida's palace is actually kind of more challenging than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was actually going to leave that until the when we actually explore the castle. No, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's like, weirdly, when it's on normal, yeah, it's stupidly easy because you could just use the guns. But on hard mode, yeah, it is weirdly one of the most difficult dungeons in the game. Mostly because of the Barreths, I'd argue.
Yeah, because it's like near the end where I think they're archangels. They can just one-shot Morgana with a normal attack.
It's crazy.
I did not play this on hard at this point in the game, so I was sticking it out hoping it would get less stupidly easy.
Yeah. It did not.
No, it didn't.
It's unfortunately a game that gets easier the longer it goes, but I mean, with just Arsene, who knows, that might change.
Is that
Heather Collins says, Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to you. We're from the UK, or we live in the UK, so it's not a very special day for us, but it's a special day for Americans.
I'm okay.
We're born Americans, so I guess that counts.
Shouldn't you take that?
Oh yeah, whoever pointed out the double audio in the last stream, thank you for doing that. Because I've had a look at it, and hopefully should be fixed now.
Are you sure you're
Janai Idung hopefully I didn't just butcher your name, in the chat says, what do you think of Kamoshida's palace design?
I think it's one of the best in the game, personally.
I was gonna say, I really like it.
They peaked quite early, haven't they?
I'm not feeling so good.
Yeah, it's the one I thought was most unique and most interesting to be wandering around. I think they improved come Striker's time. I think most of that design, I know they're jails and not palaces, and they're supposedly so different, but
yes.
I thought they were just like way better designed in terms of just overall look and feel.
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
That is the
God,
best.
I hate that freaking extra so much.
That is the best extra. That is the best extra in the entire Persona series.
Sorry.
It's just the way he says that line.
Oh no, it's totally my fault. I shouldn't have been spacing out like that.
Again, as we said in the last part, kind of an underutilized character, Shiho. I feel like she should have deserved more screen time.
This might not be any of my business.
Yeah, I feel like she could have had some sort of arc, like, right towards, I mean, spoilers for anybody, maybe, in terms of who hasn't even gotten past Kamoshida's stuff, but, when On kind of calls him out in the assembly.
Yeah.
I feel like if Shiho had done that, that would have been
I have to go to
a really good final arc, where she finally kind of gets a moment to kind of, fight back and say, hey, no, you own your responsibilities, yada yada.
Yeah.
Instead of On.
Heather Cullen asks, my bad, that was a mishap in my chat. I was talking about a dungeon in SMT Nocturne. I'm guessing that was from what we think of the palace design. Or, oh no, that was a different person. Never mind. But yeah, the dungeons in Nocturne, they're okay. I feel that some are a bit more of a pain in the ass than others. But generally I don't have that much of a problem with them, you know, but at the same time I'm not absolutely in love with any of them, except for maybe the diet building near the end, because I love, you know, optical illusions and stuff like that. I'm a sucker for that sort of thing.
Did you like one of the bosses near the end of the dive building?
If it's the one I think you're talking about, then yeah, it was pretty good. I don't really have much to say about the bosses aside from a couple of them, really.
Have any other ideas? So you want to tell him about the castle?
Annoyingly, we have to go through every single dialogue option in this part, and yeah, before we get a third one, so which doesn't really work well on repeat playthroughs.
You got any other ideas?
It's like that's definitely the worst part about playing through these games again, especially at the start.
Yeah,
because of how long it really takes for you to get back into the actual gameplay portion.
I think Persona 4 is the worst about that. That just takes like 50 hours just to get to the first palace. Honestly, having to listen to everybody go on and be like, just get in the TV.
Yeah, for Persona 4, it takes like, I'm pretty sure it actually is 3 hours for the first battle to happen.
I could have sworn when I last started it up, and I was literally just, you know, skipping all the dialogue as well. It took, I believe it was almost 2 hours with skipping dialogue.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's roughly around there, yeah.
Yeah, when I was replaying it on the Vita before the PC version came.
Why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
You hearing this too?
Meow.
This is no time to be joking around!
You guys are having
Always use that response.
I heard you.
I think I've only used that like twice, maybe.
Oh, shut up!
You know, I could.
Please shut up.
To do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were still doubting me?
God, quiet down!
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like...
Heather Collins, in response to the Nocturne dungeon design question, is saying, I was thinking about the Ikebukuro tunnels and Mantra HQ. Mantra HQ, it wasn't too bad, but it was kind of a pain in the ass just to travel between floors and having to go visit Gozu Tenno like every single time. You had to like climb that long set of stairs. But the thing that annoys me the most about that is that when you're having to go to the 67th or so floor, you have to actually wait for the elevator to go from the 67th floor all the way down to the 3rd that you're on. It takes like... Do you not? I thought you had to. I had to anyway.
I thought that too, but if you just mash buttons, it'll skip it.
Enough of that!
Okay, well, I'm an idiot then.
You can do something about Kamoshida, right?
Oh, it's like, nothing tells you you can skip it,
Yeah.
so there's no reason to try. But like...
But yeah, the Ikebukuro tunnel section, I think, well, any of the tunnel sections in general, yeah, that I hated them. Just having to buy an abundance of light balls and float balls was just bad enough as it was. But like they dim so quickly as well. Like, I know it's based on how far you are into the new Kakatsuchi phase, but yeah, it was still a pain in the ass. And as for... Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, Heather has actually asked a follow-up question of what is your favorite boss in SMT Nocturne? Josh.
But is that...
It's a very late game one, unfortunately. Only because the design is just completely warped. And I can't really say without spoiling, unfortunately. But yeah, it's got a giant face on it, basically, at the final dungeon. Yeah. Only just due to the design. like I said earlier, I don't really have any big or bad things to say about the bosses in Nocturne, apart from maybe Ongyoki, because that was kind of bullshit that you have to wait until the full Kagutsuchi to even see the shadow. But, you know, that's optional anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much.
By stealing the treasure held within.
Stealing?
And thank you very much as well to that boy Aqua. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
I know that man.
After all, if you want to help me out, I'll.
That was a good boy right there.
What's your call?
Is he an Aqua boy in real life?
Looking for witnesses.
Yeah, he's that Aqua boy. He really likes it when you call him that.
Good. Oh, right. There's one.
Matador is a fun fight.
Yeah, I could have sworn, Josh, you had trouble with Matador, didn't you?
Yeah, but you know, in a sense, I appreciate the Matador fight, even though it is difficult, because, like, a really big problem I had with Eternal Punishment was near the end when they started introducing buffs, like, way too late in the game, with one particular boss that restores 700 HP after every turn. And at that point, you're kind of needed to use buffs at that point to even stand a chance, but in Nocturne, that Matador fight is basically the game's way of saying to you early on, Ayo, you need the buffs, you know, you need them to actually get far. So, yeah, like I said, even though Matador is ridiculously difficult, I appreciate that they established that early on.
For real?
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
That's not the point.
No, nobody will know.
What?
That pretty much just says that Morgana's fine with killing.
Yeah.
Option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Yeah, I should mention, by the way, folks, that we said in the last stream that 3 hours is going to be our aim for the streams, but we decided to do 2.5 hours instead as just the main target, just because, like, I think it was pretty clear towards the end of the last stream we were all kind of burned out, so we'll be a little more generous with the time for ourselves, and if it does go on longer, then, you know, so be it. Just depends on what's going on in the actual game. Okay, and I think this is the point where we actually have to follow on.
Wander around.
And for some reason, I can't sprint at this point.
It's because we haven't unlocked to do it in the fake world yet. The English VAs for Nocturne HG were pretty good. I agree with that.
Yeah, they weren't too bad.
I really like
I think it's... Sorry.
Hikawa. The person that cast for Hikawa, I think, was perfect.
I think his personality's kind of boring, but acting-wise, yeah, it wasn't too bad. But generally, yeah, the English voice acting was good. I think it helped that it came out in 2021 as opposed to 2003, where voice acting was still not at its best yet. In games, anyway.
That's not what you promised.
I would love to hear that, though.
This has nothing to do with Shiho.
Consider our friendship over.
Shiho's starting position.
And that boy Aqua says Sojiro hasn't given the running shoes yet, which is why we can't sprint.
Wait, were you listening?
And Apple Pie asks, what's your opinions on the English voice acting for Fuka? Didn't like the original that much, the original actress, but the other one past Arena was much better.
How much did you hear? Shiho. It's nothing at all.
I did find Fuka quite annoying in FES, at least. I've only ever finished FES, but
I like Fuka in FES.
I got just so much the voice work. Character-wise, she was alright, but it was just like
Yeah.
Like she sounded so whiny. You know, it was always like, you know, they're weak to fire.
Yep.
Are they weak to fire? You sound like you're not sure.
Akihiko Senpai is in trouble.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
It's her
Within
battle
danger.
dialogue. It's really bad.
It's really bad, but you know, I like Fuka as a character a lot,
Worrying about me.
no matter the iteration.
Janai Idong again. It feels like Shido didn't feel relevant to the plot. What?
I don't
That
have
he
anything to talk about.
plays a pretty big
Shido
part.
or Shiho. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shido is a pretty massive part of the plot.
yeah.
Apparently, Heather Collins says Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 had good acting. I've never played that. Have you?
I've seen little bits of it, and it's not too bad so far.
Everyone says we're getting.
I think it's fine. Voice acting. 2 has better voice acting.
So not true.
Except there's some pretty
On the other line.
weird decisions.
Avoided giving my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this.
This reminds me, I forgot to put subtitles on in the anime cutscenes again.
If I turn him down,
I guess I should say something here,
regular
but I won't.
I've been telling myself this is
He's got a similar problem to you, at the start of the game at least, where he just doesn't really speak that much.
Well, like at least with Ren, you know, you can see him reacting. You could see his expressions, whereas you was like purposely, mind you, but he didn't have much expression at the start.
Tell me, what should
It
I
really is a sorry excuse for school. How many times does this thing happen?
A lot, it seems.
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes down at this school, like the whole Kaneshiro stuff and everything as well.
Yeah. It won't be a Persona game without a school having just a bunch of bad things happening at once.
A negligent school.
Yep. That's the better way to phrase it.
saying? I barely even talked to you.
That Mage Lad says, "Hey, Josh, Nick, and Jude."
Hey,
Hello.
that mage lad.
Oh,
Huh? You're so weird. Usually everyone just ignores me. Are you
Who is it?
a bad person?
I'll
I'm
kick their
not
ass.
talking about you, but I just don't see it. Is that supposed to be a joke? Kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations. You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere.
Heather Collins says, yeah, Joker has some good emotion, but he ain't Commander Shepard in terms of depth. I've not played Mass Effect, but I know you have a little bit, Jude. Would you say that's accurate?
I have only played a bit of 1, and a bit of 2. I've never finished 1, and I hear the ending to 3 sucks. But
Yes.
from what I played, they didn't have a lot of emotion, if I remember rightly. But like I said, I didn't play enough to really get into the character or
Yeah.
the world, so I don't know.
I think what helps with those games is that all the dialogue options are voiced
I do feel a bit better now.
for the Commander Shepard.
Yeah, I suppose. And there are so many options to choose from. But at the same time, I would argue somebody like the Vault Dweller or the Courier in Fallout New Vegas had more personality to it, or could have more personality to it, and they didn't speak at all. Like, you could really change how your character felt and played if you chose the certain dialogue options in those games, and they didn't even have to say a word.
Asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I kind of love in the anime how they handled this. Like, it really...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they really brought out the urgency of it. Like, here it sounds bad and everything, as it should. But you don't see any of it, so it's almost sort of like it's, on the back burner kind of... Or, it's not in your front of your mind. But in the anime, they show it.
I'm assuming you're talking about Kamoshida beating up Shio.
Yeah, exactly, yes. Like, they really went all out in the anime, and I gotta give credit to that. They really made it feel a lot more urgent.
Impactful as well.
Yeah, impactful, yeah.
I still haven't watched the P5 anime, so I don't know.
They
I
just
think
released the English voiceover version, so...
I think
Now
it gets
it's
an unnecessary amount of hate personally,
Oh,
but
yeah, for sure.
But that said, the 4 one is really, really good. I would definitely say that's better. I've only watched the first of the 3 movies, so can't really say much about that. But like, yeah, I'd say it's about on par with those so far.
Yeah, I don't. I grant that it's not drawn as well as those.
Yeah.
Of like the movies or whatever, but like at the same time, it still looks great. It's not like it looks terrible. Like, and I dare say, I mean, I certainly couldn't do any better. Josh couldn't do any better. So it's like we're not really one to judge. I just kind of I don't understand the real hate that people say is that it's drawn badly or whatever.
It's really just like a budget or time thing, where they have to get deadlines done, so corners probably need to be cut.
That said, if there was one thing I would heavily criticize the P5 anime over, is that it plays it just a bit too safe, unlike Persona 3 and 4. As in, like, it's a very, very basic retelling with not much
it doesn't
there.
Have a lot going in terms of and it cuts a lot and everything.
Yeah, it's like Persona, because like the Persona 3 movies, as far as we've seen with the first one, it at least adds more to the lore, and the P4 anime adds a lot of comedy elements to it.
The comedy is like amazing in the P4 one.
and it's all stuff we haven't seen in the games before, whereas P5, it's kind of all the same we've seen in the game.
Yeah, I like in the 3 anime, something you never really thought about, or I never really thought about, and I don't think Josh did either, when playing through FES and everything, was why Makoto Yuki was such a blank slate, in terms that he didn't really say much or whatever. So when they did it in the anime movie, they kind of explained it as once his parents died, he just like had basically a shutdown. He just stopped talking, and didn't really hang out with anybody, and he stopped caring, and it made a lot more sense when they explained it like that. I wish they did that in the game.
Likewise, in the opening, when Makoto Yuki is just like walking to the dorms, and he doesn't know, or he looks at the graveyards, or the coffins rather, but he doesn't really take notice to it. Otherwise, he doesn't react to it. Whereas in the anime, they actually explain that somewhat, because he just considered that normal for a plot reason that can't really say right now because P3 spoilers.
I think in this part of the game, just to change this out, this part of the game is where you do it as if you're new to Persona stuff, like, and you're like, this was a shock.
Yeah, it was.
They actually did this, so I was like, what? Having not known anything.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
That Mage Lad said Ren is very boring in the anime IMO, where Makoto had something going on in the movies and Yu was just funny. Ren has a lot going later on. It's early on, just like in the game where he doesn't have a lot going, where it just takes time. I think, because he has that amazing moment in the festival with at least in the Japanese voiceover version, with the sneaking behind Ryuji kind of thing into it, like, I shall reveal your true form. Or was it Ryuji?
No, it was someone in the festival.
Yeah, some student with a mascot. He does that, I'll reveal your true form behind. I thought that was just amazing charm for the character.
And there's my best girl.
Well. You were saying something before that, Josh?
I can't remember. Oh boy, we still got a long way to go before Makoto comes in.
I think something that I really like about the P4 anime is that at the start, he is very much a blank, boring character.
Yeah.
But during those intermissions, you see that his social stats are increasing.
Yeah.
And he becomes a lot more expressive throughout the show because of that.
Yeah.
He has a surprisingly decent, I guess, character struggle that's introduced.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really notice that particular detail with the social stats in between breaks. But that's quite cool.
Heather Collins says the worst part of the P4 animation is the Hot Springs episode. We hate every Hot Springs thing they've ever done in every Persona. It sucks. I just wish they would stop doing it.
I think
sort of funny in 3, but then they just really drove it into the ground.
Yeah, it was at its worst in P5 Strikers, definitely, I'd say. If anything, just because it was unnecessary and it really made the girls look bad.
And also, Persona 5 didn't have one, so everyone was like, oh, they stopped doing it. That's good. And then they just brought it back.
And I don't even know who's to blame between Atlas or Koei Tecmo.
Please do not let any students go home yet.
Apple Pie says P4 anime was good. Changed my mind. I don't think there's any need. We all agree. It's really good.
Yeah, I'd so far say it was the best of the animes. As much as I love Persona 5, the game.
Leave me alone.
I do like Ryuji here as well. Like, it shows best his sort of character with his, even though his rough exterior and everything, he's still he uses it in a way to try and deal with some good. So, you know, he's being mean here, but he's trying to do it for the right reasons, just to try and get him to, you know, fess up and everything.
In the teacher's room, it wasn't just me or Suzui either. He'd nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them. So the physical punishment thing was for real.
Aya, the daughter of the Chinese diner owner, was the star of the P4 anime. I do like that she keeps popping up out of nowhere.
I like how it also made a bit of a Mandela effect where people thought she was also in the game, which is not.
No.
No, they keep mentioning her in the game, but they never see her.
Yeah, we never see her.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, and her design in the anime is about as what I expect her to look like. Heather Collins says, if I were to describe the Persona fandom, it would be like this. P1, P2, Innocent Sin, P2, Eternal Punishment fans are the Star Wars original trilogy fans, and Persona 3, 4, and 5 fans are the Star Wars prequel trilogy fans. Wow.
I would put that the other way around.
I don't know.
Because the prequel trilogy fans, they're like, those movies are trash. But, you know, or they have something bad, like really bad elements about them, but still they like them. And I feel like that would be for the P1 to 2 people. Because they're not 100% great games, but people still like them. And 3 to 5, they're really great games, and people like them.
There are some P2 fans that are very much the type that don't like to think about what those games don't do so well. And then say the other ones are bad.
Yeah.
Clone Wars made the prequels better. I've watched a few episodes, and it's a very good show. I really need to get into more of it. And they've just released the Bad Batch, which I think follows up from Clone Wars as well.
You're going on and on about things you have no proof of.
Revenge of the Sith is good. The other two are dog water.
Revenge of the Sith has its problems still.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is the best one, but that doesn't make it good.
Exactly as you imagine it to be, hypothetically speaking.
I find Revenge of the Sith to be sort of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
And her chances of recovery are slim. How would someone like that make a statement?
P2 fans I've had the most toxic interactions with, unfortunately. I think that's pretty much our case as well.
Yeah.
Every time we've interacted around anything to do with Persona 2 or 3, 3 would probably be on par as well, where for some reason say one bad thing about 3 and everybody comes out of the woodwork.
Self-defense.
You shut your mouth, you son of a bitch!
Kai Nguyen says, hi there. Hi.
Hi.
But still!
And Johan Jornstrom says, same here. Hello to you.
Hello.
No need to hold back. Why not attack me?
New Hope is just one of my all-time favorite movies, says that mage lad. It's a good choice. Emperor Strikes Back, I think, would be of the original trilogy, I would say, is the best, in my opinion.
What?
I think that's quite a popular opinion, though.
Yeah. This scene in particular just, like, really... It does a good job at just making you hate Kamoshida for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You didn't know why I kept someone as talentless as you on the team. You act like...
Because, like, this is sort of the first time we see his true colors, isn't it? Aside from, like, one other interaction with An.
It's the only real time where we get to see him fully go all out.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Now,
Nguyen says, I've actually never seen any Star Wars movies. Should I?
you're done for.
Yes!
No, yeah, probably best not to ask any Star Wars fans which is the best. You'd be there for hours.
I would say just go in order of release if you do start.
Yeah.
Just do the original trilogy, then the prequel trilogy. When you're done hating the prequel trilogy, watch the sequel trilogy, and you will probably be mildly more entertained. But not great. I like The Force Awakens. Last Jedi can't stand. Rise of Skywalker, I enjoy in the moment, but every time I think back on it, I find more I hate.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch Rise of Skywalker.
There is so much random weird choices they did there.
It was like 80% action most of the time too. So it was like
I just heard that it was like very reactionary and not that good. So it's like, you know, I don't have to give them my money.
It's no Last Jedi in my opinion, but like I mean, as in it's not as bad. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, it has its own problems. Like I said, way too much action, not enough character development.
That Major Lad says, I do own a Back to the Future shirt since all three are just some of my favorites too, and it's like my favorite shirt. Oh boy, you and I need to chat.
I've only seen the first one.
What? How?
I watched it, and then I was gonna watch the other ones, but that was like 3 years ago, and I just haven't done it yet.
What? Oh my god. Shame.
Can't just sit back and do
I can forgive 3. 3 is okay. At best. Like, but 1 and 2 are amazing.
She was my.
I said don't get in our way!
I felt like Ryuji was kind of a dick for no reason.
A little bit.
I feel like
understandable,
she just
but
lost
like
her,
yeah.
But I mean, one time I sided with Morgana early on, but like he has no reason to say go away or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have just said, yeah, come help us or whatever.
Or if if they didn't want to bring her into any danger, they could just be like, look, we know you're upset, but you know we need to calm down and think about this rationally and whatever.
Phantom thieves?
I don't think it bothered me because Ryuji was always a very emotional person.
Well, yeah,
for
yeah,
Yeah.
my perspective.
like I said, like it's understandable, and you know to some extent it fits with the character.
That sounds kind
But yeah, it's only a minor nitpick anyway.
Kamoshida's name and castle.
Blue Blaze 22 official says my favorite Persona game is P3, and even though I admit it has its flaws, the gameplay was never amazing. But what I love about it is the story and cast. Persona 3 is not at all perfect. I just love it. Fair dues.
Personally, for me, I would say the gameplay was, well, I should say it wasn't amazing, but I really like the story. I'm not big on the cast, somewhat. Like, one of the things Josh points out in his video as something we discussed when he finished the game is that they felt like co-workers. Like,
Yeah.
I like Mitsuru, I like Makoto, and I like, Aigis and everything, but they don't feel like friends, and they act like they should be friends. Like they are friends when they're not. They're co-workers at best, and I don't understand where people are coming from when they say they're like the best friends or whatever. It just doesn't make sense to me.
One reason to love P3 though, Koromaru.
Koromaru's best. Yes.
Yeah, best party member.
What's going on? Hey, where are we?
Unpopular opinion: P4 is the best cast. Let's fucking go! It's true.
I don't think it's that unpopular.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's quite popular.
Yeah.
If multiple people
But yeah, investigation team is a damn good choice.
stands a reason, it'll pull anyone.
I still think the Phantom Thieves have the best chemistry personally, but like yeah, investigation team come incredibly close.
Related to Kamoshida?
Anyways, you gotta leave.
Feels though a lot of people tend to sort of ignore how clever P4 is, just because it has funny moments.
Yeah, anime hijinks.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it has some dumb parts that like don't really need to be there, especially in Golden. But for the sum of its parts, for what it like really is about, I think it's probably the best one.
You know, and that's not to say Persona 3 and 5 don't have their dumb moments too.
Oh yeah! Can you lend me a hand?
What are you?
We'll explain after everything's over.
Hey! And just where are you touching?
Whoa, sorry, I didn't mean... That's not important.
You guys, seriously?
Johan Jarnstrom says thoughts on the SMT5 trailer, by the way.
We better be careful from now on.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like sort of a redo of Nocturne in terms of the story, but the gameplay looks really fun.
Know more about it than you two.
I like the character design.
Yeah, the main character
It
looks pretty
really
badass.
Cool. I don't know much about the SMT games other than Persona, obviously, but I'm just looking at it purely from aesthetics. It looks really cool.
The shadows have noticed us. You better brace yourselves. Got it?
That Mage Lad says, my all-time favorite movie, though, was Jurassic Park since I was 10, and I don't see it changing. That is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's been a favorite of mine since I was a kid as well.
What kind of stupid phantom thief would use their real name? I'm not down for that. And there's no telling what kind of effect yelling our real names will have on the palace. It's just a precaution.
So, why is he Joker?
Blue Blaze 22 official says Persona 4 is amazing for those looking for a heavier focus on the slice of life elements. It does a great job at making the team feel like friends. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, because they do literally everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's form a band. Let's go to the beach. Let's go shopping together. Let's go get drunk together.
Yeah, I pointed this out in my video, but like, yeah, that's kind of an issue, a minor issue, but an issue I have nevertheless with Persona 4. It's just like how many school activities the investigation team go to before the next dungeon starts.
What do we do about this one's codename?
It's like great in the moment, but after a while, it's just like, guys, I want to get back to the dungeon crawling.
Well, if Joker thinks it's easier to call me that, then I'll go with it. Alright, from here on out, we're Joker, Skull, and Mona. We need to be absolutely thorough about using those code names from now on.
My favorite animated movie is probably Kung Fu Panda 2, says that Mage Lad.
I'm not actually seeing that one.
2.
No, I've only seen the first one. Dashing! Finally.
At last.
Oh my god, gameplay.
Yeah, no.
So strange.
It's like we paid $40 to $50 for a game or something.
Those intruders the other day were quite entertaining. However, I can't allow that.
Entertaining, and yet you are cowering in fear.
Straighten the security, kill him on sight. I'll reward whoever.
I believe this was one of the lines that got revoiced for Royal. Like, it originally didn't have it.
Hey, Mona, can't we just beat the crap out of him?
Heather Collins says, I think my favorite animated movie is Shrek 2. That's a great choice. It's a great movie.
Besides, don't you want him to confess his sins? There's no point beating him up. We need to steal his...
I mean, you got the holding out for a hero scene alone is awesome.
I think my favorite part of Shrek 2 was the when they're in the fucking, was it like potion place, the factory place?
Yeah.
As a kid, that fucking scene was my favorite.
Praise be to King Kamoshida. Death to
It was quite an experience watching it in the theaters as well.
Think it's impossible.
Yeah, so we can't go in there.
Damn it.
In the original P4, a lot of those events weren't there. They were mainly golden editions, apparently.
I know the ski trip was, but I can't remember if anything else was.
Pretty sure the beach trip was, because scooters were added in Golden. There was the band event that was also added.
In other words, you can communicate with them. Get it? If you talk to them when they're cornered.
B-movie is high up there for being funny. Oh.
Our sister
would agree with you.
Yeah.
Loves the B-movie.
Well then, let's do the first step.
Morgana, why is it taking you like 2 friggin' minutes just to explain negotiations?
Because there's some people who still don't understand how they work, regardless of this explanation.
And thank God they made this more simple than they did in Nocturne, where you had to give like a bunch of life stones or chakra drops, which are not as common as the game thinks it is. The chakra drops, anyway.
Wait.
I think the worst negotiation system is probably P1 and P2s.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time for you to go to hell.
Not Eternal Punishment. Innocent Sin. It's so fucking stupid. You have like a million actions to choose from, and you can pair up characters together. It's like, it doesn't have to be that difficult.
I actually found that easier than the way Persona 1 handled it. Because like it was very specific at what you needed to choose to win the demon over. In Persona
especially
1.
because some characters have like the same actions but different results depending on who uses it.
Yeah, but like I think because of the multitude of options in P2, like it gave you more of a chance to actually win the enemy over. But I think Eternal Punishment definitely did it the best though in terms of the original Persona games.
I agree, but the one thing I don't really like about Eternal Punishment is that because they do have the team up ones, depending on the order of which you select the characters will give you a different action.
Yeah.
And I find that really annoying.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even consistent.
I ended up just using a guide for all 3 of those ones.
Yeah. Right, if I remember correctly.
Havoc says, I feel like Persona 5 can get too much hate sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I don't understand it.
I think it's gotten more hate recently than it did when it first came out. It's like mainly just because of how popular it is. And okay, this is going to be the one time I'm going to break the Arsene only rule.
Oh, yeah, you can't do it without switching.
All right, so yeah, like I said, this is the one time I'm going to have to break the rule and not use Arsene because, yeah, don't blame me, blame the game.
Run is now invalid, Josh.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Persona! Ravage them!
I'm ashamed of myself. Is it me, or like in Royal, did they like completely crank up the volume for the all-out attacks compared to the original?
I don't think so. It seems about right.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I mean the original 5 was so long ago.
Yeah. Oh my God, Persona 5 is a very old game at this point. I don't like that.
Hey, Mona, what was that about? What did Joker do?
Anko in the chat says playthrough invalid.
Yep. Sorry to disappoint
Start
you.
over.
Yep. I should have hacked the game.
I like that the chat is also now talking about Shrek a lot. Apparently, the Fairy Godmother was a better villain over Lord Farquaad, but I think I just love the story behind Farquaad with the whole ex-Disney employee thing. Says Blue Blades. I seem to recall I preferred Farquaad, but I can't really remember much of the first one anymore. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
One thing I remember about Lord Farquaad is that he actually pops a boner at one scene.
Yeah, and the mirror on the wall bit. Yeah.
Did he? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a little addition. You can see his sheets kind of bump up.
Oh my God.
Praise be to King Kamoshida.
Oh, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is severely underrated. IMO. Yeah.
The first
Cloudy
Cloudy
with
with
a
a Chance of Meatballs
awesome.
movies I really like.
The first one's great. Second one I don't remember being as into, but it was okay.
I think the second one's just not good.
I remember being entertained. I just don't remember anything about it. I remember a cute strawberry, but that's about it.
Alright, a chest!
Oh, I can't hide behind walls yet.
Show me your true form.
It is dumb how they don't give that to you right
Yeah.
away, especially in the first room where there's so many guys.
Okay, back to Arsene.
After this, you should probably dismiss Pixie from your party.
Say again?
After this fight, you should probably just dismiss Pixie from your party.
Well, I'm gonna save her for, to basically use as stat fodder for Arsene.
I think, but if you go in the Velvet Room and you've got her, then you'll be forced to use her to merge with Arsene. If you don't have her, I wonder if that means they can't. Maybe.
With this power, Okay.
Wow, Nam and Trash or Treasure. Epics, says Enthusiastic GM Gaming.
Yeah.
Yes, the team up of the century we all been waiting for.
Avengers Endgame has nothing on us.
All right.
Yep. Whoop. Nope.
Havoc says, yeah, they did make the all-out attack ladder or have a better impact in Royal. What about Megamind, says Heather Collins. Also a great animated movie.
I've never seen that.
You haven't?
No.
You should. It's awesome.
But it's got Will Ferrell, and I don't like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, put that aside. It's funny.
Okay.
Good work.
Hey, look.
I hate the DLC in this game, mostly the prices.
Oh,
Well, that's
God.
that's an Atlas thing in general.
Atlas sucks at DLC. It is their biggest failing, I think.
This is that place from earlier.
How did she get back
Up
in?
with this app. Just said the word Sakamoto said, and I entered.
There you go. She just answered it.
Right.
Yeah, take that, CinemaSins.
But yeah, the DLC, Atlas in general are not great at it. They always overcharge, and
Yeah. The
I-
DLC's just not worth it.
yeah, and usually not worth it. Like I bought the music thing for Strikers, and I'm glad I had it, but it was like what, £8,
Yeah.
something like that. It was not £8 worth of content.
Something I should actually show off there. Like, yeah, I still haven't bought this Persona bundle yet, even though it's on sale. But like, I mostly want to get it for Raoul, but everything else I don't need, because like the other problem with Atlas and their DLC, at least with Persona 5s, is that the personas they add are just way too friggin' overpowered.
Havoc says, I hate that you have to pay $10 to fight Minato and you. That is the only DLC I felt like was worth it. That is a really good
Yeah.
set of fights, and it's not just fighting those two. I don't think. I think you get other stuff.
Yeah, you do. You get other
It's a,
challenges.
Yeah, you get
like a
lots of other
challenge
challenges.
pack.
Yeah,
It comes with a bunch of extra goodies.
that's
to
the only
play
one
around.
I would say is worth it. Borderline.
The absolute worst, though, was the extra Kasumi costumes.
Oh, God, yeah, the separating Kasumi out from everybody else for no good reason.
For a character that you don't get for that long.
Yeah.
I could have sworn we were pursuing the readings of an intruder.
It doesn't matter now. We must take it back to
Nick Halfman says, "What's up, guys? Happy 4th."
Happy 4th.
None of us here are.
No,
in America.
none of us here are American.
Yeah, yeah, Jude
Are
and
in
I.
America.
Yeah, Nam is like Canadian, and Jude and I are from America originally, but we're actually in England. So yeah, we don't celebrate the 4th of July.
That major that says Atlas and DLC go worse than SMT fans and opinions.
Yeah, it's awful. SMT fans are trash. But anyways, so Atlas DLC. I hate the 3 and 5 dancing games because like half the track list is locked.
Yeah,
in
who would buy all that? I don't know who would do such a thing.
I don't
Josh,
know.
do you know anybody who would do such a thing and buy all of that?
To be fair, you bought it from me.
I bought the base game and thought that'd be enough.
Oh right, you're talking about all the DLC as well. Yeah,
Yes, all the DLC that you bought.
I only bought all the songs. I didn't buy the costumes or anything like that, even though the Yakuza ones look pretty freaking sweet.
Okay, let's go.
Are there any games that genuinely have great DLC practices? I can't think of one off the top of my head, asks Blue Blaze.
The Spider-Man PS4 game wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you got a lot for your money there.
And
Although
you got extra missions, and you also got new costumes. That's pretty decent.
it's pretty difficult though, as I recall.
Yeah. Man, Joker's just killing it with the crits this evening.
Yeah, maybe this game was always designed with Arsene in mind.
Yeah.
But
Heather Collins says Doom Eternal had good DLC expansions. Has anybody played Doom Eternal? Josh, you actually have Doom Eternal.
I haven't played the DLC. I played the base game a couple times, and I really like it.
No, I haven't finished the base game yet, but yeah, I'll get the DLC at some point.
Okay.
I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, because I really like Doom.
Persona 4 Dancing was a solid game, though, despite at times cringeworthy story.
Yes.
Oh, that story mode is terrible.
Still better than Arenas.
Yeah,
fucking Persona 4 Dancing. The goddamn the remaster for that game, the port for the PS4, you can't buy it unless you buy a certain bundle of the 3 and 5 dancing games. Which I ended up having to buy, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, that's the other worst thing about Atlas DLCs, that they needlessly excluded the Persona 4 dancing game for that bundle, which you probably can't get anymore.
As well, they did that on for the PS3. There's a really cool Joker theme that you can get on the PS3 only. It was possible, I think, to get it for PS4, but only in Japan.
Maybe.
It's rather pointless exclusion.
More importantly, what is this place? Why is this?
I do like. You're saying dancing game, Persona 4 dancing is got bad story. It kind of improved somewhat briefly when it dove into Kanamin's backstory, because it got to the appropriate level of Persona grim, dark storytelling that it should have been.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it was pretty crap.
But yeah, surprisingly, the dancing game itself was pretty good. It's still, I would argue, it's the best of the dancing games.
What a lively sled.
Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC also was good, I think, says Johan Jornstrom.
I thought it was okay. I really like the extra dungeon you get in it, but all the other DLC was kind of eh.
Talking back is like...
You should play the Ancient Gods expansions for Doom Eternal, Nam, says Heather Collins.
In that case, she should
I
be
would.
executed.
That requires me to invest time into it.
Now then,
I'm gonna open a window because it is freaking hot in here.
tear you into little pieces.
Are you kidding?
And by the way, I'm not saying that just because there's like a half-naked on in there.
Oh, I thought you were saying because there's a half-naked Kamoshida in here.
How'd you know?
Yeah.
Just when I was about to start enjoying.
Where I live, we just got hit with a huge, awful heat wave. It was miserable for the past week.
How many times are you gonna?
An all-time high.
I bet you just like those things.
Blue Blaze says, I think I saw somewhere Atlas is becoming Japanese Bethesda, and it scares me to think of.
You say Bethesda? I say EA.
I don't.
I think
that's
them's fighting words.
Yeah, I think on the Bethesda side, we'll tackle this in two parts. Bethesda side, Bethesda games are constantly buggy and underdone, and they often, don't actually do anything for the fans. So they're often crap. But I think Atlas doesn't do any of those things. We know they don't rush stuff. They take forever. And with the EA comment, that's really harsh. EA is truly awful in every way. I don't think that's a fair assessment.
Think about it. They overcharge for fucking ports of their old games that are like worse than the original versions in a lot of ways.
What happened to Shio?
They have these awful fucking practices where they copyright strike everyone for talking about their games.
Do they?
Yeah.
That.
I'm so sorry.
They do this fucking bullshit thing. Like, this was like the first time I remember them doing this was when Vanilla Persona 5 came out. You couldn't talk about the game past a certain point. Otherwise, Atlas was allowed to remove your video.
Right.
There was
it's like spoiler preventage or what?
Yeah, it was for the sake of preventing spoilers, but like,
You pissed me off, you
if
son
you
of a bitch!
just don't watch the video, then. There's also like, somewhat recently when Nocturne HD came out, they did it again for like a 20-year-old PS2 game.
I mean, that said, like, Like, at least
Did they buy out several companies and then close them down for no good reason? Because that's what EA does.
well, that, and also, you know, the games that Atlas make actually work.
Yeah, they run well.
I've played working, functional EA games. It's just that I've also played really not good ones.
Yeah.
Well, they always drive EA. They always drive, you know, franchises right into the ground as well. Like once they get their hands on it, it's immediately worse. Like Dead Space is a good example of that, where it's 1 and 2 they like left them to their own devices, but 3 it was like EA got their paws right in there, and suddenly it was like absolutely god awful. I absolutely hate their practice as well in terms of Sims. I hate the Sims practices where it's release a new game without any of the old stuff and then start releasing the old stuff and charging for it. It's ridiculous.
You destroyed her. Now it's your turn. I will rob you of everything.
Oh yeah, on Awakened, by the way.
Oh yeah, we went on a bit of an EA rant there. I should have been paying attention as well. She's my favorite.
No, I've had enough of you. No one's gonna stop me now. Let's go, Carmen.
This scene was pretty rad when I first played the game.
It was pretty damn cool.
Sick.
It's one of my favorite Awakenings next to Haru's and Makoto's.
Makoto's I had a growing appreciation for because I didn't remember it really after the original 5, but after playing Royal, it stuck with me. Plus, yeah, Haru's is amazing as well. The more painful it looks, the more awesome it is.
Bullshit. Come on, Carmen. Let's give him hell. Persona.
That and Carmen is just such a good design as well.
Yeah, they really ruin it with what was it, Hecate?
Yeah, Hecate and what's the other one? The second evolution. I forget the name.
Oh god, I can't remember what that is either.
Okay, so seems like On is oh goddamn, okay.
Look at that damage!
Oh dear.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Heather Collins in the chat pointing out as well, Todd Howard is a bit of a problem with Bethesda, I forgot to mention. His sweet little lies.
Okay, this battle was clearly designed with On in mind, so I'm gonna guard with Joker. And I don't have media. Okay, this is a problem.
The old Joker is the most important one.
Yeah. Okay, guard with everybody.
After the leap in quality and design from P4 to P5, what are your guys' prediction to P6? Says Havoc.
I would love for them to go back to having adults as party members, like what they did with the Turtle Punishment, or at the very least make them college students.
Yeah, it would be nice to have some older Persona users again, and they sort of did that with Zenkichi.
Yeah.
It'd just be nice to have some older ones again, because we haven't had them for a while.
Yeah.
Some competent adults in a Persona game would be great.
Wait!
I can't see where they're going to go with it, like, in terms of, you know, style or story beyond the usual try and help people and then a god comes out of nowhere and defeat the god.
I imagine that was probably the same thing when Persona 4 came out, you know, where are you going to go from there in terms of story, but,
yeah.
You know, I think Atlas won't have a problem making a new story, but in terms of the gameplay, they're going to have a hard time figuring out how to improve it from Royal.
Why am I dressed like this?
I would genuinely be okay if they just copy and pasted the battle mechanics instead of just made it harder.
Yeah, same. Because, like, there's pretty much nothing you can do to improve it in the gameplay, just like, aside from making it harder.
Well, I'm stumped. A search party will be coming.
It always bugged me that An's Awakening, before fighting a demon, her sprite reverts to the vanilla P5 one, says Blue Blaze. I didn't notice there was a difference between the two sprites, was there?
Yeah, there is. The mask is different. It covers her nose now, when before it didn't.
Oh. I did not notice that.
Oh, I'll have to
I
look
didn't
back
notice
at
it
that.
either until my friend Adam pointed it out to me. And I think they made Haru's forehead slightly smaller in Royal.
Yeah, she did have like a massive forehead.
Looks like we made it back. Hey, are you okay?
Well, pretty much. Wait, I lied. I'm still confused about all of this.
You may be safe now, but a lot sure did happen back there. At any rate,
Apple Pie says Yusuke's awakening was phenomenal.
let's relocate to a safer spot.
Yeah.
Yusuke is just a national treasure that we need to fucking protect. I will be right back. I'm just using the washroom real quick.
Okay.
Which one you want?
Whichever's not carbonated.
They're both actually.
Then...
Anybody else surprised he actually knew what carbonated meant?
A little bit.
I was expecting a joke they didn't know what it was.
I'm wondering why that line in particular was added. I've always wondered that.
I don't know, it shows like a sort of level of caring, I think.
I
like
guess.
He's like, oh, she would care about this, I'm gonna ask, kind of thing. Like, I think it's a sort of indicative that they were friends at one point.
Not a cat.
Or knew each other before.
It's only
Maybe.
natural that you're confused. Demanding that you understand all of this right
Heather
now.
Collins says she's watching Space Jam while chatting. Oh,
Why are you torturing yourself?
yeah.
That power.
That new one looks really not great. Although I am
It's the way
interested to see how the hell the Iron Giant comes into it. Because I love the Iron Giant. If we were talking about our favorite animated movies, my favorite movie of all time is the Iron Giant. So I love it when he pops up somewhere. Like, Ready Player One, loved it when he came in. It was a great scene, or just like him putting himself together was awesome. So I'm really curious why he's in Space Jam 2.
They're just gonna shoot us down. Going all in on this plan is the only choice we got.
In fact, I'm Atomic Workshop, as Josh mentions, and if you look at my logo, you'll see as well that it's very inspired by the Iron Giant, and the actual name was inspired by the Iron Giant as well.
Wait, did you just say, let me help? You mean you want us to take you along?
Junai Idung says, I know that Madarame is wicked, but I don't hate him as much as Kamoshida and Shido. Yeah, I think we discussed that last time. We were talking
maybe?
about that. Yeah, I personally don't think Madarame is nearly as bad as ones.
Don't worry.
I just don't think he's as bad as some of the other ones.
I don't,
like, yeah.
I don't know. I'm going in.
He sucks. Make no mistake. But
going into like spoiler territory a little bit, but like him leaving a certain character to die from a seizure is pretty damn evil. But
oh yeah, I guess because that's kind of off, like just discussed and talked about. It doesn't really hit quite as hard.
yeah.
With Kamoshida, you see it, and Kaneshiro, his threat is not to go into spoilers here, but like, you know, his threat, it's happening to a main character, a person you're using and playing alongside, so, or fighting alongside, so that feels urgent. And obviously Shido is Shido.
Yeah.
So I don't know, he doesn't quite hold up as much. I know in theory he should, but he just doesn't quite meet the bill, I think, or fit the
Yeah.
bill.
If you're listening, then answer me.
I never noticed that Makoto and Sai's eyes are the same color. That's very weird.
It would be, I guess, yeah, similar.
Yeah.
Being siblings, but although that being said, I think all, like you, me, and our sister here, all have different colored eyes. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make that much sense.
Just let me know when you're heading back in. Oh, wait. We don't have each other's info. Hey, give me your number and chat ID. And,
So, yay, new member. So I can't remember how long it takes to get ourselves prepared before we start exploring Kamoshida's castle.
Not long, I think. Only a couple days, maybe.
Yeah, because I know we gotta go to like Takemi and Iwai's place, but yeah, which take a little bit of time, and then we gotta get introduced to the Velvet Room Fusion itself. But yeah, I think it's probably like another 20-25 minutes maybe before we start exploring. That mage lad just confirmed that we start exploring on the 18th of April.
True. Our best option.
Heather Collins, further to our previous things, I've never seen Ready Player One. It's not the best film in the world by any means. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I actually enjoy it somewhat. I know it's not good or the best.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit blah.
Yeah, it's very bland. Sort of. I'm the same way about Tron Legacy, pretty much. Anybody will tell you the music's great in Tron Legacy, but and the visuals are amazing, apart from the de-aging thing on Jeff Bridges. But it's a guilty pleasure thing, and that's for me. Ready Player One does that as well. Particularly, like I said, with Iron Giant, just seeing Iron Giant in full 3D, putting himself together and fighting is amazing. And I think he also punches Mechagodzilla, which is awesome. I'm actually thinking of watching the show Invincible, says Heather Collins. I have watched Invincible. I don't think you have, Josh, have you?
No, I haven't.
I think I recommended it, but you didn't watch it yet. And Invincible, amazing show. Highly recommend it. God, why can't I remember his name? J. Jonah Jameson guy. What's his name?
Come on, you're getting
say again. Sorry, I was paying attention to Kemi.
Who played J. Jonah Jameson?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. He's amazing in Invincible. Like, truly amazing. If you thought the memes were hilarious, just wait till you see his character. Amazing performance. And then I think it's Steven Yeun is playing Invincible himself. Also an amazing performance from him. I think I've only ever seen him on Walking Dead. But thank you, Heather. Just pointed out J.K. Simmons. Yeah, highly recommend you watch Invincible. If anybody has Amazon Prime and if you like superheroes at all, watch Invincible. It's really good. Similarly, watch The Boys, but go in knowing it is incredibly violent and gruesome and not appropriate for children.
I've seen Invincible, but I've not seen The Boys.
Oh, you should watch The Boys. I can't get anybody in the house here to watch it.
I'm suffering from superhero fatigue right now. Still, blame Marvel.
I was wondering why I heard meowing. What did you bring it here for?
The last great superhero movie I've seen was Spider-Verse.
This place
Spider-Verse is fantastic. I've rewatched it a few times, and it holds up really well. It's really good.
Good behavior if you've got a pet to take care of.
I can't say it was my absolute favorite Spider-Man movie, but goddamn, I love the animation on it. I love animation more than live action, and that was just a very stylistic choice they did.
What would you say is your favorite Spider-Man? Nam and Josh here.
Spider-Verse.
Really?
Yeah.
It
I
has
can see why.
It has its problems, but it will and always will be Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I don't think so far any of the new, apart from Spider-Verse, I think any of the new stuff has ever come close to being as good as 2. 2 just, I mean, a lot of it is probably some nostalgia goggles going on, but
yeah,
nothing has ever quite compared. Although Far From Home is pretty good. Not Far From Home.
Yeah.
It's Far From Home, the first one. Yeah.
The first one. That's Homecoming. Far From Home was the second.
There you go, yeah. Oh, Far From Home. Josh and I were absolutely giddy sitting in our theater seats watching anything with Mysterio. We love Mysterio. You're just sat there going, "Oh my god, that's so cool!"
We were a bit skeptical about Jake Gyllenhaal being Mysterio, but he actually did pull it off quite well.
He did really good Quentin Beck. He did pretty good. He's not quite the Quentin Beck that we know him as, but he was still pretty good.
Get that self back. And I have a pretty good idea on how to do it too.
DC lazy with their movies. Oh, God. Please tell me about it.
Yeah, you still haven't finished the Snyder cut of Justice League, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got the Snyder cut of Justice League I'm watching. I'm halfway through. It is such a slog.
Let me make myself clear. Your taking care of me won't be for nothing.
It just goes on and on and on, and nothing ever happens.
I have a lot of intel.
They somehow made a piece of media that's longer than Persona 4's intro.
Yeah. If I could high five you, Nam, I would.
Well, I can't tell you more unless we settle on a deal.
I am interested in the Batman. I think that one's going to be interesting.
I saw the trailer. I thought that looked pretty. Pretty cool.
The fighting looks very John Wick-esque, and I would love it if it is.
They performed the fucking best Heat action of all time.
Just like he was breaking arms and stuff. I loved it. Spectacular Spider-Man was one of the best on-screen Spider-Man things I've never seen.
We were just in an interrogation room like a few minutes
Oh
ago.
The possibility that you used special tools and had someone who manufactured them.
Joker's just looking bored out of his mind now, because we've been here so many times.
Answer me, even though I didn't ask a question.
Shall be the birth of the
Continue with your story that I just interrupted.
We found a strand of cat hair on your clothing. That means you obviously had someone assisting you in your crimes.
I'll lecture you about the infiltration tools over time.
Nah, I already know. I'll just get the maid to do it.
The power you used in the palace was seriously amazing.
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited are amazing shows. Hell yes, those are amazing shows. Love them. I think they're on Amazon Prime. If anybody has it, I highly recommend you watch it.
Personas are the strengths born from one's heart. Depending on what kind of life experience you gain, I bet it'll affect that power as well.
I did like, especially Justice League Unlimited. I'm getting very distracted by DC and Spider-Man chat. The Question, great character. I loved him in the Unlimited series. He was great.
I expect great things from you. Don't let me down, okay?
Oh, I didn't know it was on HBO Max as well, actually.
Alright, a few more days, and then we're ready to roll.
You guys send messages to each other with that thing, right? I want in too. So, I'm gonna have to ask you to type for me.
Oh my god, he actually isn't telling us to go to bed.
This is supposed to be Joker telling a story to Sai, but there are scenes where he isn't even present. I don't know what happens. How does he explain that? I guess, does he get told later?
He's lying.
Lying, yeah.
That mage lad asked, so when's Dante/Rido showing up in this game?
Right now. Look, he's right there.
Well, that's not good.
I think the Question was voiced by the same guy who voiced Ratchet in Transformers Primes as Heather Collins. I have not seen Transformers Prime. I'm weirdly not into Transformers, even though I really like robots and mecha stuff. The Question is great, though. I've always loved the Question. If anybody needs a slice of Justice League Unlimited, look up the Justice League Unlimited. The Question being interrogated, that is, or tortured scene kind of thing. It's amazing. He just starts spouting off random conspiracy theories. I would love to see Rido and Joker fight. It would be really cool. IMO says that Mage Land.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could understand why Atlas wouldn't put it in, but it would be nice either way. Wapam. I believe in New Game Plus, since you got like max, I forget the stat, max guts, I think. Yeah, you can actually dodge that.
You can actually dodge it all the time if you save scum it. In fact, the guide, the max
proficiency, that was it.
The max social link guide even tells you to reload because you need that tiny bit of charm you get from it.
Yeah.
Looks like we're all here. Okay, let's get going.
Hold on, it's still too early for us to head to the palace.
No.
Don't we just gotta steal that treasure thing?
Don't underestimate.
Just let us go.
We need to prepare.
We're 4 hours and 15 minutes into this playthrough.
That's exactly
Question: Is those plant boxes in the background? Were those always in the original Persona, or did they add those in Royal? Because that's like a little nod to Haru.
I think they were in the original.
I've never really noticed, I guess, but like, yeah, they're just like they're Haru's plants, I guess, just before she even shows up.
In that case, you can handle that side of things. The only other thing would be stocking up on medicine. Fatigue is unavoidable in a palace.
And where can we get medicine?
Don't worry, I know just the place. I hope you look forward to it, Lady Ann. Now then, he and I have some business in Yongen, so let's head off for today. Just come with me. I won't be able to get close enough by myself. Can I talk?
You've done nothing but talk.
Hey!
We're almost there, boys. Crap, I forgot where Takemi's place was for a minute. Oh, no, there it is. That big heart with a cross on it is a bit dead giveaway.
This is the clinic.
An upside down cross.
Yeah.
to give us some medicine.
Oh, no, it's the hospital from Nocturne.
He just goes in, and then the world ends. Fuck.
Well, I guess that's the only choice we have. We'll just have to go for it.
Does anybody else ever get confused by that poster under her and think it's like a Catherine poster until you look at it too close?
I can see
I always
that.
see the colors and I'm just like, oh, that's Catherine. Oh, wait, it's not. I fall for it almost every single time.
Yeah, there's only like one Catherine Easter egg in this game when you max out Futaba's social link and you date her. She picks up a Catherine statue. Catherine C, anyway.
So let's go with sleeping pills instead.
Although I think there might be a Vincent Easter egg as well, but I'm not sure.
Or a bitter one.
No, there's a Vincent Easter egg in Persona Q.
Yes, I remember that one.
He gets riddled with bullets.
Yeah.
Just kidding. There's no such pill.
There's one in Portable as well.
Yeah,
He
Vincent
actually
himself makes a
appears.
cameo. Yeah.
I'm not as dumb as I look, you know. I'm guessing you're here because you heard the rumors about me. Hmm?
We should do maybe after Royal. When we get through this game is a Catherine playthrough, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, before the inevitable Persona 4 Golden Run with Izanagi only.
But only
I really want to do a run where it's the bad ending. I want the bad ending, like one of the bad endings.
Oh, we got to do the true ending because it's so ridiculous.
Oh God.
All the medicine I dispense is original. I have a license to make my
The true ending for Full Body we're talking about there, people.
It's your responsibility
Truly
to take
awful.
care of yourself. So, if that's okay with you, stop.
Did you say? Were you saying something, Nam? You cut out a bit.
I was gonna say the one for Golden or the one for Full Body.
Oh, right, yeah.
Saves me the hassle.
The one for Full Body.
Full Body. That we. Oh God.
Yeah.
There was a. Josh beat it well before I did. Eventually, I came in and finally finished it. Or was about to finish it. I was like, "Oh, Josh, I'm about to finish it." He was like, "I'm gonna watch you play that."
Okay. Which one?
I thought one of the few times Josh will watch me play something is if it's Persona or Catherine. And at that time, it was just like, "I'm gonna watch. I'm just gonna see your reaction." And it was just like, "What's gonna happen?" And I just after every ridiculous thing got piled on at the end there, it just got worse and worse.
Quick subject change. Do we know why Takemi's voice actress was changed in Royal?
No idea. I didn't know it was changed.
Recasting.
Say again?
It was probably just a recasting because new lines were added. Maybe she just wasn't available.
Maybe. I think I kind of like the newer voice anyway. The old one's not bad, but I don't know. I think this newer one suits her a bit more, slightly.
I remember. Oh, sorry. So what were we gonna say?
No, I was just saying. Yeah, I just like the newer voice more anyway, just by a little bit.
Havoc in the chat says, "Oh, sorry, go ahead."
I remember when I first played Royal, I thought it was weird that they changed it, but somewhat recently I listened to the original voice and I like the new one more.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't notice that it was changed, so it didn't really make an impact for me.
Yes.
Havoc in the chat says Persona 3 was about death, Persona 4 was about a murder mystery, and P5 is about thieves and stuff. Makes me wonder what P6 will be about.
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah.
But
it is a bit confusing. I don't know where they were going to go with it, but trust Atlas, I'm sure they know where
I
they're
also
going.
wonder where they're gonna go with it, since they have a new director for these games.
Do they?
Yeah. The third semester was made by the new director.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Heather Collins says, I remembered the controversy over the true ending for Full Body.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, it just piles and piles on stupid thing after stupid thing. Although, that being said, the final level is awesome.
Yeah, I love the new stages.
The new stages are great. The music for it especially, really good.
Many young people have not been as blessed as their
So boring.
no savings,
I hate him.
We won't have to see him for a while.
tackling their futures head on, but instead, they're too busy merely trying to survive.
People give speeches all the time. Plus, politics are pretty boring anyways.
My man. Do we have the sprint yet?
We do, yeah.
Follow me. The shop can be pretty confusing to find sometimes.
It's literally just like right around the corner.
Do you not have a mini map that has a dagger on it? I mean, come on, or a gun, or
yeah.
The new voiceover for Takemi in Royal was Abby Trott. I don't know what she's done.
I recognize the name, but I'm not sure what else she's been in.
I'm looking this up.
Oh yeah.
IMDb that bitch.
You know anything about guns and shit? Nah, I guess we can just ask the guy behind the...
Which is not to say she is a bitch. It's just the phrase.
Let's do this.
I love the name for this song. I don't understand why it's called it, but it's amazing.
Layer cake.
Buy whatever looks interesting to you.
Ugh, some customer service.
Even though it tells you when you walk in that this airsoft shop is called Untouchable, I actually, I guess, have no reading comprehension because I didn't know that this place even had a name.
Yeah, we just usually call it the air. Oh, I mean, it doesn't help that the mini map just calls it the airsoft shop.
Yeah.
Can't remember you.
You bastard.
Can we take that?
Josh, you know her because she's Laphicet.
set.
Oh, from Tales of Berseria. Okay.
Oh, you a collector?
Can we take that big ass SMG? Not SMG. Assault rifle behind him.
Anyways, you should have said before you two are enthusiasts.
Oh, because he uses shotguns and pistols, so he can't use it. Sorry.
How do they like fit it in their bags though? Like I understand Joker's pistol fitting into his bag, but like you got Yusuke's assault rifle and Ryuji's shotgun.
Haru's grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't make much sense in Persona 4 either. Where did they keep the katana?
Well, they claim they kept it under their
caught.
school. They claim they kept it under their school uniforms, but like, yeah, how? How do you keep a katana underneath your school uniform?
Where do you keep? I can understand Yosuke's, but like, yeah, where do you keep the katana? Where does Chie keep her armored boots? Naoto's just carrying a gun anyway for some reason. Kanji somehow carrying around a chair. Just makes no sense. Apparently, Takemi is also Gwen in League of Legends, who's a new character who I now need to get because I am very particular about getting all the League of Legends champions that have Persona character voices.
No treasure.
You should be great.
No treasure, only trash.
No.
All right. Which one? That one.
No, I just got a new thingy for Joker, so
I'm so dumb. I saw that the thing was named Arsene, and I thought like, oh, I didn't know they told you what persona you had equipped.
Do you like it?
Right.
Okay. All right.
We should probably might as well get a gun of sort. And I can't because I'm broke.
That Mage Lad says Kanji just steals a chair every day after school.
He goes to Junes because every day is customer appreciation day, and he buys a new chair.
Later.
I always think that soldier on the right just looks like Hunk from Resident Evil.
What's that mode called where you're supposed to play as Hunk and just go through the game backwards?
It's literally just called Hunk mode.
It is. That'd be awesome if in the Resident Evil 2 remake, when you're doing that, you actually just go through the airsoft shop.
The driver couldn't even speak when they tried asking him questions.
Only an idiot would believe a preposterous story like that. Oh, sorry, but we're closing soon.
How rude. This must be why you don't get many customers. Your coffee's actually not half bad.
Who is this guy?
Must be lamenting the sorry state of the store.
Thanks for stopping in. Please come again.
Every extra is just a little bit off in this game.
Yep. But goddamn, we love it.
Jeez, what a pain.
I still don't think nothing beats the Kamoshida's bitch guy, though.
Yeah, that was just the worst delivery.
Going after Kamoshida's bitch.
No, that's too much emotion.
I think a genuine question should be about how much money Sojiro like has.
Yeah.
Because like he worked a government job before, but how much money did he make that he can own a house and have like a hobby coffee shop and not go to his like other job?
Well, apparently
he keeps saying he needs money and stuff, which is why he took in Joker.
Well, according to that sign at the top, it looks like he's making at least 800 yen.
Wow.
Wow.
When he gets taxed on it, it's gonna be like 2 yen.
Did you hear that P4 Golden sold over 1 million units on Steam?
I did, yeah, and I hope I hope that encourages future Persona PC ports.
I hope that encourages people to come and look for reviews.
Indeed.
Just about ready to go to the
Zero asks, I am new to P5R. How do I get to the new palace? Yeah, there are quite a few prerequisites. You gotta max out Kasumi's confidant, Akechi's confidant, and Maruki's confidant before sometime in November. I can't remember which specific day, but it's like mid-November.
Yeah, just basically any moment you can spend time with them, just do it.
And luckily for Kasumi, you only need she only has like 5 confidant conversations.
Now then. That desk.
It's like the one time Morgana is refusing to let us go to bed.
Just keep in mind, if you're trying to 100% everything, technically you will lose out on the original ending cutscene and stuff, so it won't appear in the Thieves' Den until you do it.
That sounds awful.
It's really not. Yeah, Josh has literally pretty much everything in the Thieves' Den, apart from that scene. The final cutscene's missing.
Yeah.
It's just like a one black block in the middle of the
I am also missing one in-game achievement where you date all the girls. I dated all of them except for An.
Is there any reason for that?
I just forgot.
He messed up.
I messed up. I was basically save scumming with the girls because I refused to play a Persona game where apart from 3 where I cheat on all the girls. So I basically save scummed it, but I forgot to do that with An. And I was too far back by the time I got to her.
I think Persona 4 Golden has the best punishment for being a cheater.
I thought it was like the girls just approach you and they'll be like, oh, there's someone else, isn't there? I mean,
no, you have to, on Valentine's Day, you have to tell them to their face that you're not spending time with them.
Yeah.
That's fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's like, there you go. Your actions have consequences.
Well, I'd say 5s has more consequences than 4 does.
Just the image of being surrounded is so funny.
Yeah.
I see you're already getting
the other best girl in the game.
This morning, Miss Kawakami. I appreciate this.
In my opinion,
Pretty
anyway.
much everybody's the best girl in this game.
Oh, you know this guy, Yoshizawa?
But yeah, she's my second favorite in this game, personally.
I recommend you steer clear of the likes of him if you have any consideration.
Like, it sucks that like it's so late in the game until you can romance her.
This one's at the top of the list.
Yeah, by that point, it feels like it's not even worth it because you don't really have anything you can do.
Yeah.
It's like one date, I think you can do.
2 of them, but yeah.
Oh,
That mage says, are you going to be using the gym to get max HP and SP?
Way of guiding this delinquent.
If I've not got any confidants left to do and like no social stats to rank up, sure, but probably not.
After you.
I think most of the stat grinding's just gonna go to like fusing the personas into Arsene, or rather executing them.
Something happened between you and Mr. Kamoshida.
That mage also says, I just want to date Yusuke, to be honest.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
Well, there was that little exchange just now, but that's not all. He gave me a brief lecture this morning, and your name came up. Something about the dangers of a lack of supervision. I don't mean to pry, but just make sure you don't go causing trouble, okay? Oh, and one more thing. That girl outside the office, you didn't make a pass at her, did you?
What a weird question.
Uh-huh. Mr. Kamoshida,
Bitch, I like her ribbon.
close eye on you. Apparently you've been getting involved with Sakamoto-kun. You seem acquainted with Yoshizawa-san as well. Maybe you're just naturally drawn to athletes? Sorry, bad joke. That's all I wanted to discuss.
Was that meant to be a
Really
joke?
bad joke.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a joke.
Could just be Michelle Ruff delivery. Nothing sounds like a joke. It just sounds like her being awful all the time.
I think you underestimate the hilarity of Stupe.
Oh yes, of course. I'm sure Michelle Ruff is a very nice lady, but she plays a lot of really awful characters. Not to say Kawakami's awful, she's actually pretty good. But Yukari, hate Yukari. And she's in, you haven't finished it yet, but Tales of, Vesperia.
Yeah.
Yeah, her character is so annoying.
Okay.
Finally.
All right, finally we can head in. 4.5 hours in, and we're finally ready.
Oh my god.
You will never run out of time.
I don't know that at a certain point in the game, if you draw the Phantom Thieves logo on the chalkboard, you get guts.
Oh, right.
I had no idea that was a thing. There's also this one guy where you can trade items to and he gives you good shit. It's pretty... This game has a lot of interesting things that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Every playthrough I'm usually finding something I didn't notice before, even if it is small.
We basically just have to go.
Yeah, our time limit is May 2nd. Why did we spend a whole day, or 2 days, one of them looking for medical supplies, the other one looking for weapons? We could have just killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
One action per time slot. Those are the rules.
I think. Having said all
we're not there yet, but I think the worst was like during the new semester where you have to like speak to all your party members.
Oh, that was awful. It was so annoying.
I think I get it now. We just gotta find the treasure, yeah?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to fight Kamoshida by the end of this stream, but hopefully we'll at least be a decent way through the palace.
Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen circumstances. I expect great things from you guys.
Alright, for the first time, let's infiltrate this goddamn palace.
And probably finish it in one go. Because guns!
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is hard mode. If I recall correctly, the guns are a little less useful, only slightly less, though.
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume...
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
Kitty woman.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
There's something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty
Right on the spot.
doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
She's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go.
I do love with the disdain that she says Kamoshida in this game. Kamoshida.
It's game time from this point forward. I'll
Yeah,
teach you
boy.
the basics of infiltrating a palace as we
Although we still gotta learn about persona fusing, so got a few more minutes.
Oh my god. Why?
Stop!
Let me go.
Set me free, goddammit.
Well done. It seems you have
I
remembered.
see you were about to start. I just wanted to pull you aside.
You see that ball and chain? That represents the tutorial.
Not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter allies who share your ideals and discover your place in
I want this guy's voice. He sounds so cool.
such a
Imagine being able to speak like that all the time.
I want
This
the
is
other
Jude.
Igor voice.
I wish to
Oh yeah, it's classic, but
we are providing.
I love that the actor who plays, or the original Igor in like 3 and 4 and stuff, like his actor just is always really off about his delivery for things. Like a Fire Emblem 3 Houses, I think, is where he was at his absolute weirdest delivery. But
which you would
it
think
works with Igor. I love it.
You would think, like, after, like, what, 13, 14 years after Persona 3 came out, you would get better, but nope.
As new ones.
No, he hasn't seemed to improve in any way or change his way of delivering anything. He still delivers things the same way he did in Persona 3 in Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
I didn't check to see if I would have enough to actually bring Arsene back.
Uh-oh.
Select the first.
I'm just gonna...
You,
alright.
you should. You should have enough. You only bought one item, didn't you? Oh, wait. Wait, can you just ignore that? Like, go back? Uh-oh.
Nope, I can't.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah,
Back it out now?
If it comes to it, then I'll just use Joker's knife to kill enemies, get a bit of money, then come back.
Execution, or fusion, if you will, are quite substantial.
This is going great. So far, used one wrong persona and about to...
It forced me to!
Great Arsene run.
It forced me to use Pixie!
Fashion Treasure just clickbaits.
Into fusion, try not to forget it. Moreover, there is one thing I must warn you about. You cannot create a persona that surpasses your current level.
Strength
That's a funny
Arcana...
joke.
Yeah, Strength Arcana rank 5 would disagree.
For you to handle effectively. Now then, check the fusion results and choose a persona that suits your stature.
Can you back now?
Damn it.
This is the form. Your new...
Can you back out now?
That mage lad... Sorry. Yeah, that mage lad says that there's no way to back out.
I wonder if you could have, recruited another persona and not have to fuse away Arsene.
I could have sworn there was...
There are only a certain amount of fights.
I could have sworn there was one playthrough I did where I was able to fuse without Arsene.
Because you can get a jack-o'-lantern.
New power. Girls,
yeah.
let us begin.
Well,
this is my time to shine.
This was supposed to be my playthrough.
I shall always be at your side.
Yeah, because I'm buying you back. You ain't going anywhere.
Fails.
It's kind of funny after playing Nocturne now. You know, you got Pixie, who's like your best friend throughout the entire game, and here you just like immediately axe her straight away.
You were saying something there now?
I like how the game doesn't let you skip this one, so they can watch you make your mistake.
Yeah. Right, I am not going to use you, Agathion. You will be stat fodder.
Maybe you have enough money.
I hope so, but like I said, I'll just use melee attacks with Joker for now, until I get enough money.
How impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old.
Ditch it right away.
Strength.
You better understand it at once. You'll end up dead if you don't master it.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many, execute them, and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions. And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals. Cry your tears of joy.
That's actually you that does that, but okay.
Is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly.
Get used to hearing rehabilitation by a lot, by the way.
It's a good thing he says it really cool, because otherwise it'd get really annoying.
I hope that you shall accept it.
No, that's for Caroline to do.
Yeah, she does, I suppose, run it into the ground.
All right.
Yeah.
That is a thief's skill.
It's our third eye that for some reason in Strikers everyone has.
Sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now.
Apple Pie asks, what do y'all consider the laziest / most underwhelming part of the Nocturne HD remaster?
The music.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the music. Although I really hate how, like, sometimes there's like a little black streak or a fade, like at random points in the gameplay.
Yeah, where the screen just goes black for like a split second. That's pretty weird.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Can we? Yeah, Orpheus Picaro. Then we'll use him.
I mean, they don't cost anything, so.
Right, Arsene, where are you? Oh, thank God, we have enough.
We barely have enough.
Oh. If he was one level higher, I feel like that would have been brutal.
Hey, where did my cleave attack, cleave skill go? I didn't register Arsene!
No.
Oh, I didn't oh, wait, no, I couldn't register Arsene before fusing, could I?
No. But, yeah, I'll be quick to bring him back.
Yeah. Alright,
Persona 5 drinking game, every time they say rebellion, rotten adults, rehabilitation, and hearts. Oof. You'd be dead in about 5 minutes.
Something wrong? You were just
Mind you that, you know, that's better than, you know, playing a Kingdom Hearts game and drinking whenever they say light, darkness, or heart.
It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
I think what's even worse is in the second game, whenever they say Sora, Donald, and Goofy in that order.
Yes.
Oh, everyone does that.
Yeah. Always,
the
yeah.
The one that sticks in my mind is always Ming-Na Wen's, like, the Sora, Donald, Goofy thing. It's always, like, really slow for no reason.
Well, Ming-Na Wen in general is just sort of, like, not really giving it her all in Kingdom Hearts 2 anyway.
I don't know, when she's fighting, she's pretty good.
Yeah, when she's fighting, it's fine, but, like,
I do like the hurrah thing she does.
Alright, let's get to the last save point. And
Every time they say Metal Gear, Snake, and Patriots in MGS4, says that mage lad.
Oh.
biggest shot in Metal Gear whenever Snake's dialogue is just repeating the something someone just said with a question mark.
The second floor basement in the tank hangar.
Oh.
Now, actually, I want to ask this to the chat. I think Josh should try and play that god-awful NGS Survive. And do a review of it, because it's the only major thing in the timeline or whatever, or in the main series, I would say, that he hasn't done. Does anybody want to see that, or is it just me?
Isn't that game like canon? Because
Yeah.
it's like a dimensional portal that opens up some bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I still can't hide and cover. Are you serious?
Not until there's a big room later on where you can.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember now.
I'm also pretty sure you're not using Arsene right now. I should probably change that.
Yeah. Good shout. Actually, why am I using Curse?
Apple Pie says, Ming Wen could have had bad voice direction. Oftentimes, voice acting can easily turn out bad if the director is not giving the voice actor/actress good advice. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Although she is such a good actress, I feel like she could normally work out around it.
I think my favorite piece of bad voice acting is just Ryan Drummond in Sonic Adventure 1.
Alright.
Because he tries so hard, but it's always so, like, off.
Just want to...
Isn't Sonic Adventure all of the voice acting a bit off?
No,
Yeah.
but I think Ryan Drummond stands out the most because he has the most amount of voice lines, and it's like, it's so close to being, like, passable, but it's just not.
That Mage Eye says, no, I don't want to torture Josh, he's a good man, and hell, even I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy about NGS Survive. See, I'm his brother, I want to see him tortured, come on. Worst voice actor/actress in the Phantom Thieves, go, says Apple Pie. They're all good.
Yeah, they're all good. I wouldn't say any of them are bad.
No, all the Phantom Thieves are really strong. I can't think of a single...
I mean, like, I don't like Morgana, but I'm not going to hate Cassandra Lee Morris.
Yeah, the character we don't like, but the acting is spot on.
Oh, that is one of the best additions to Royal, that the baton passes there instantly instead of having to earn it through confidence.
Yeah. I like that you can improve it as well.
Yeah.
Ryan Drummond did get better in Adventure 2 and Heroes. Yeah, he did, but it's just like in just the first one specifically, it is so amazingly bad.
Actually, back to Apple Pie's thing about the worst voice actor. He's not bad by any means, but maybe Zenkichi in Strikers can be a little bit off sometimes, particularly because he goes really quiet. But he's not bad. He's just like a little bit off sometimes. I still like him. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, so the baton passes in this one are slightly different to Royal as well, aside from getting it instantly. Yeah, they basically, as well as improving the attack power for every person you pass to, when you get to the fourth and final one, the skills will cost absolutely nothing. No HP, no MP, nothing.
Nice going.
And it's pretty vital for the Velvet Room challenges. You know, you get people in SMT talking about how, like, you need buffs to win. You kind of need baton passes in order to succeed those challenges in Royal.
To bring it back to Zenkichi, for some reason, whenever I heard him speak, I thought he was voiced by Nolan North. I'm not sure why.
Zachary Levy. Like, if you look at Zachary Levy's performance in Kingdom Hearts 3 when he was reprising Flynn, like, the similarities between the two, him and Zenkichi are very similar. I feel like he got, like, his acting lessons from Zachary Levy. It's like every bit of delivery was very Zachary Levy-like.
It is a bit, yeah. Didn't really think about that.
I could see if I had to pick a live action actor to play Zenkichi, I would pick Zafira because he would do it really well. I think he fits Zenkichi perfectly.
It's almost scary how good I am.
That Mage Life says these streams are like the thing I'm looking forward to at the end of the week. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
That's
glad you enjoy them.
Right, go to town on. Oh, okay, that wasn't going to town.
God, it's so okay. Yeah, not the best use.
Oh, well.
Good job, On.
Yeah, so nearly 5 hours into the game, and we're finally getting some gameplay.
At last. And yet we're still getting tutorials.
Yep. Yay, hiding, finally.
They were nothing. This door won't budge. Let's find a different route, Joker.
I'll reveal your true form.
Milo makes stuff. It says vibing and playing some Super Metroid while having the stream on in the background. Super Metroid's one of your favorite games, isn't it?
It is. I love Super Metroid.
Apple Pie says, for Nam, Jude, and Josh, top 3 Persona spin-off games, i.e. not Revelations, PSP, Persona 2, yada yada. Just any of the spin-offs. Top 3.
Strikers, Ultimate,
yeah,
and then
all right.
I guess I haven't played the dancing games that much, and I also haven't played Q2. And I'm sure as hell not putting Q1 as one of the best spin-off games.
Yeah, definitely not.
I like Q. I would put it in. I really like Q.
I didn't hate Q, but I didn't hate Q, but like it had a lot of frustrating problems.
I didn't have nearly as many problems as you did, admittedly, but like I would say Strikers, Q, and maybe Q2 instead. I don't know. There are bits I like about Q2 and there are bits I like about Q1 more. But
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the third. Probably Ultimax, just because I like suplexing Josh into oblivion.
I would personally say Strikers, Persona Q2, then Dancing All Night. Dancing All Night is just way too damn addicting for its own good.
Yeah, Josh is weirdly into the dancing games.
I just wish that the 5 one didn't come out so soon, though.
That was I think it was a birthday present or a Christmas present.
Yeah, it
my
was.
sister and I got for Josh, and we were like, I don't know, he likes Persona. He's not really that big into that sort of rhythm game thing. And then it was just like hours and hours later, Josh still playing it.
Yeah, like 30 to 40 hours on each game.
Good to spend, I think. That was a good like $50.
Yeah, I was very determined just to get King Crazy on absolutely every song.
Milo Makes Stuff, who was the person you mentioned about playing Super Metroid, says, cool, I just discovered the series after watching Dread on Ario's video on it. I've never heard of them. Was like, why not? It started Super. That game has really aged well. It has. It is astonishingly well aged, Super Metroid.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that really is off.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's a
the only
short, but
minor problem, but I think like the only problem with it nowadays compared to like Fusion and Zero Mission was that you can't flip in midair, and thus it makes using the screw attack and space jump a little tricky. But other than that, yeah, it's really damn good still.
The only one I finished was Fusion, so
good choice. That's a darn good one.
I first played
and
Fusion
now you're ready to
the,
play Dread when it comes out.
I first played Fusion because it was with the fucking 3DS Ambassador program, if you guys remember that.
No.
It was like, at the time the 3DS came out, it was like a certain amount of money, and then it got a price cut because it wasn't meeting sales expectations. And then if you had a 3DS before the price cut, they offered a bunch of free Game Boy Advance and NES games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make up for it, and one of them was Fusion, and that's how I played it. And then they never put them on the 3DS eShop, even though the 3DS could totally run those games.
Okay.
That Major says, I think I dislike the tutorial P5 more than 4's, as 5 is just constant switch of gameplay and then long dialogue, where P4 is just long dialogue, which is more consistent. Yeah, I kind of do get annoyed that it constantly interrupts. It's just like, let me kill things.
Yeah, it's just like you get so close to actual gameplay that it just snags it away from you.
That Mage also says PQ2 is so damn good. It is very, very good, but for some reason I don't know what it is, but something about it does not grip me as well as Q's. Q did. Q for some reason really grabbed me. And I love being the Fan of Thieves. If Fan of Thieves and FemC
Josh,
were in Q, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Can you go up that bookshelf?
Yeah.
There, go up there. Like, again. Now go up that window.
All right.
So, this is something that's bothered the fuck out of me since I first played this game.
Right.
And I've never seen anyone bring this up. Where, throughout the palace, this one specifically, you unlock so many shortcuts to get back to the entrance. And this is one of them. Because you can actually jump down from here.
I've never seen this.
And
No,
push
I don't remember
something
this.
over. You can just go to the right. And you can go down the stairs and then push something over. That'll bring you back to the start.
Oh, right. I never seen this before. Oh, good shout. Wow.
Like, I found this on my first playthrough. And there's another one later where you jump through a painting.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
I feel as though that this is like leftover design stuff from like a cut sort of idea where you're supposed to remake your way back through the palace once you send the calling card. I think that's what the original idea was before they made it so you could teleport between safe rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, to an
It's the only
extent.
palace that has this, and it's bothered me that I've never seen anyone bring this up.
Yeah, I can see why. It's not really something that's front and center.
Apple Pie says, okay, maybe I just have weird massive hands, but you guys get any hand cramps when you play on the 3DS for too long? I do. I get loads of hand cramps.
It depends on the game. Like, if I'm playing something like Kid Icarus Uprising, then yeah, definitely.
Kid Icarus Uprising is carpal tunnel the game.
My hands got really fuzzy playing Q. They would always get like really sore and stuff. Playing Q or Q2. I don't know why.
Show me your true form.
Yeah, going back. Sorry.
For the 3DS question, it's just the only one I have is like the original model because that's my captured one, and it just depends on how long I use it for. Really, like I don't really play it for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
I don't know, Apple Pie, who asked the question. I don't know what one you have, but what I found helps is have the new XL or the XL of the old one. That really helps. Just having that extra space really helped. I felt that the small one, my hands were just having to grip too tightly. Okay. So I picked up a Fire Emblem, a special edition.
Crap.
New XL and it's much better. It's much improved. Still get it after very long play sessions, like 3 or 4 hours, but otherwise you're probably better off getting a bigger one anyway.
Oh, come on. Why'd you have to use it on the one person that's weak to ice? Oh, make that 2. Oh my god, come on! Are you kidding?
Brutal!
What?
Chance.
Oh, come on.
That Mojo says Josh is the esports pro player at the dancing games then. He is pretty good. He can't do it blind yet. Like, he can't turn off the notes.
Oh, yeah, I can't add modifiers.
He's pretty good. He can, like, hop in the game after having not played it for weeks or a month or whatever, and he'll still get king crazy.
Yeah, except for that one with, like,
I can't get one.
Except for that one with Hatsune Miku. It's like, I can't do it consistently.
Yeah. He subsequently, after finishing all the dancing games, he did go out and buy a Hatsune Miku game as well. Just to scratch that itch. Also, on that note, why is Dreaming Choo Choo not on more top 10 lists or whatever of Hatsune Miku songs? It's the best one. Every time we look up like best Hatsune Miku songs or whatever, nobody ever mentions Dreaming Choo Choo. It is the best. That or Popey Po. Popey Po's awesome.
Didn't even break a sweat.
All right, where's Silky? I want another crack. There's the bitch.
Get her. Havoc asks, "What's your guys' favorite Persona opening?"
It's between 4 Golden, OG Persona 5, or Royal, I'd say. I don't really think 3's counts, cause apart from portables, because FES is just a bunch of clips from the game.
There's a different vanilla opening for 3.
Yeah,
too.
the vanilla opening for 3
yeah.
I really like, with proper Burn My Dread.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot about that one. Sorry.
But I would say for me it's either Burn My Dread or the Royal opening, or the original 5 opening, or Q2.
Balls.
Q2 has a really good opening, I think. It's just nice to see them all together, kind of thing.
I forgot how much wind is needed in this game. In this palace, rather.
Heather Collins says she has never played a Metroid game.
Well, get out of the stream and play one.
Oh, I just remembered. I have finished another Metroid game. I finished Other M.
No, not on. Oh, thank God. Thank you, On.
You poor thing.
Thank you, Joker.
Cool, Joker.
I completely forgot about Other.
Other M is. Oh God. The story is ridiculous. Like, why wasn't it just Mother Brain? Why couldn't they just bring back Mother Brain? Why did it have to be like this Mother Brain in a human body kind of thing?
This weird clone Mother Brain.
That Mage says the 3DS had such a good library of games. A surprisingly good amount, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you think back to it, there are quite a lot of really strong ones. I mean, it's got its fair share of shovelware as well, but it's pretty good. Apple Pie says he actually has the new Nintendo 3DS XL and still gets the cramps. Well, then I can't help you. I'm trying to buy a hand grip to ergonomically fit better. You could also look at. I'm super into 3D printing. You could probably find somebody to 3D print you one for much cheaper than you can buy a properly injected molded one, and it will do the same job. I would recommend looking into that if you don't have a lot of money.
I see.
Yeah, this is one of the rooms added to Roya here. This dining hall wasn't in the original Persona 5.
P5 critics, P5 and P4 is too easy. Silky, I'm about to end this man's whole career, says that.
Lost to a goddamn Silky.
Still think Innocent Sin is worse in that regard, with difficulty.
Yeah, I can't remember if we mentioned this in the last stream. Yeah, I find it's only really, really brain dead easy if you actively search for the fusion spells. If you don't, then you get sort of a moderate challenge.
That mage side says Garu, a weird way to spell Zon.
Actually, Zon is force damage and this is wind, so it's clearly different.
Yeah. Heather Collins says, I will make sure to play Metroid. You've bullied her into it, Josh.
Good.
Super Metroid's a good way to start. Other than that, Metroid Zero Mission is a very, very strong opener. It's a remake of the first one, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Don't play the first one.
Yeah, the original, not the original NES one. Did I do this
I
one?
own that on the original NES, and I've barely played it because it is a bit rough.
It is, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I just did this right. Oh yeah, here we go.
Treasure chest. Hey, wait!
Oh yeah, one of the first treasure chests we get, and it's dirty laundry.
That Magi says, but Nam, you can't criticize P2 fans. They just don't like different opinions.
Yes, that's correct. I cannot criticize P2.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that's apparently the best one.
That game has such a good story. It's a shame that actually playing it is miserable.
Yeah, as well as Persona 3, I would love to see a remake of Persona 2. Either one of them.
I'll reveal your true form.
I would love to, at some point, play P1 and P2, but I have a difficulty with anything from that generation. The PS1 and 64 generation is, for me, one of the roughest. I find a lot of those don't age well.
Yeah.
Even for as great as it is, Mario 64 has not aged great if you play it on the original N64. It's got so much stiffness to it, and it's the best of the best in terms of the N64 games, but it's still very rough. GoldenEye as well. Very fond memories of GoldenEye, but it's not great. That being said, I do still like Ape Escape. Ape Escape's awesome. That makes it says start with Metroid Pinball. Don't start with Metroid Pinball. It's a great pinball game, but yeah, don't start with it.
I think something that's rough to go back to with the N64 is that, specifically the N64, a lot of the games don't really run that well.
Well, yeah, I think part of it is it's the whole thing about the N64 and why it didn't do so well is that it was really hard to code for. So I think that's why a lot of games didn't run well.
Yeah, it's also like the same sort of problem when going back to play like PS3 games.
No, I didn't want to attack. Come on. No!
Is she gonna go for a double? Oh, she should have gone for Joker.
On's gonna miss out on a little bit of XP.
I would have loved if she killed you again.
Yeah. Yes, Silky's just gonna be like my arch nemesis.
Okay.
Although I do actually need to actually start negotiating so I can actually, fuse Arsene with some stats.
You're doing canonical moves though, yeah?
I haven't quite decided yet.
Because if you're doing canonical moves, if you fuse somebody into him, then you're not going to be able to.
That's true. I can't really.
You'll gain their skills.
Yeah, that's true. I can't really avoid that, can I?
Yeah, you have to. You can't fuse people into Arsene otherwise. And it doesn't have the PP points from strikers.
Alright, in which case, I guess we're not doing canonical moves.
Or canonical moves and you just don't fuse people into Arsene.
Then you have like a fucking 6 strength Arsene for the entirety of the game.
Yeah. Pretty
or
much.
you could only fuse people in who have skills that are canonical. That way he will only ever get skills that are canonical to him.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
That Magi says the only N64 games I can enjoy now are the Zelda games and Banjo 1 and 2E.
I never played 2E, but I have played and finished the first one.
I think Ocarina of Time it's a great game, but it's not aged as well as people think. I think they look at that through nostalgia goggles.
I don't think it's the best Zelda anymore, personally.
And it's better to just play it on the GameCube, I think.
Yeah, I know I gave it like a 10 out of 10 in my review originally, but like, yeah, that was years ago when, I was young. God, that review is like nearly 10 years old now.
Oh. I bet that's hard to go back to.
Yeah, I don't like watching my older reviews now.
Yeah, if you go to Josh's channel, sort to oldest to newest, and just watch the brilliant early videos, you'll love them.
Yeah, my brace face years. My skin
Can't
was.
watch. Oh.
I was gonna say, you know, my skin was horrible as well. The perks of being a 15 to 16-year-old.
I don't think we're going any further this way.
Should we check somewhere
That
else?
Magi says the Haru voice actor did an interview with Fither, and she used Arsene up until Futaba's palace.
Weak.
Phantom thieves do things a bit more stylishly than that, and I know just what'll do the trick. Good. Seems like it fits properly. That's just a little something I've been working on in secret.
How? With cat paws?
How?
I like how this grappling hook first made its debut in Smash Ultimate, and no one had any idea why Joker had it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as Nam pointed out, this is a new addition to Royal. It's very selective where you can use it, but yeah, it basically just lets you access areas that weren't in the original Persona 5.
You also get a thing later where you can use it to zip into enemies, which is quite useful if it ever bloody works.
It works for me usually.
Yeah, Josh seemed to have no issue. I would walk up behind someone and be like, all right, I'm going to zip into them, and then they're going to be like, I'm just going to turn around here. Oh, hi there, Phantom Thieves, and attack me because I'm just standing there trying to spam my freaking grappling hook.
Dude, I had no troubles using it.
Well, good for you.
Could On... I was going to say, could On have chosen a less, stealthy pose while hiding in the corner there? But yeah, what were you going to say?
Just lounging around. But,
Oh no, Bareth! This is like
the
this is the worst enemy you can come across in this palace.
You have sleep yet?
No.
Oh. But a lot of the new abilities that you get from Kasumi's Confidant are very, very good.
You want more?
I can't remember what you get besides the grappling hook zip to the enemy thing.
Grappling hook. You get the ability that when you're spotted and an enemy chases you, if you just look at them and stop, you'll dodge their attack, so you can still get an ambush.
Oh yeah.
Thank God for Ryuji's shock status.
I think it was about this point in the game where Josh was playing it, and it was like, yeah, this game's awesome.
Right, there are 2 rooms there I need to explore. Whoops, wrong button. Oh god, there's like a crap ton of enemies. Although there's a save room, thank God.
Oh, I knew.
Okay, I'm wondering, can we strengthen Arsene now with Agathion and Pyrojack?
I don't think you get that till a lot later.
Yeah, let's check.
Yeah, I think that's a later fusion thing.
I think it is as well, but I just want to double check.
That Magi says Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time and one of his favorite games.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh is really into Majora's Mask. I have never played it, though. I have the Skull Kid statue because I really like the Skull Kid design. And if you haven't, by some miracle, seen it, there's a really, really, really good CGI short somebody did on YouTube. If you just search like Majora's Mask CGI or whatever, where they kind of did a really dramatic opening with the Skull Kid getting the mask, and the Happy Mask salesman doing a commentary over the top. Kind of thing. It is amazing. Highly recommend it.
Shadow spotted. It's powerful, so let's
Okay, we're almost at 2 hours 15 minutes, so depending how long it takes to get to the save room, we can probably call it there once we get there.
Yeah, I think just move on once we get to the next save room.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't use the SP recovery item in the safe room.
Milo Make Stuff says that studio that CGI is currently making a video game. That would be awesome. They did a really good job on that CGI.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back to the save room real quick. Use that SP item.
At least you don't have to finish the palaces in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't make it too easy, but yeah.
But if you don't want to be seen as a casual, then
Yeah, you gotta try
your
to
best
finish it in one go.
interest.
Say again?
You don't want to be seen as a bit of a chump.
Yeah.
Might be in your best interest to finish it in one day.
Also gives you a bit extra time to hang out.
Well, yeah, I have completed these palaces in one day before.
Well, you best showcase it now.
Yes.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is, buddy.
Indeed.
Show me your true form.
I am super duper stealthy against this tiny school desk.
I don't see a weak spot.
That's a lot of pointy schlongs there.
Yeah, it took a while for me to realize that it was like, oh, that's just his tail, and then you realize, wait, no, his tail's hanging down behind him. What is that?
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Right. Do I all out attack these guys, or do I try and talk to one of them?
You might as well just all out attack. I don't think you need them right now.
You'd always get them from Mementos later, too.
That's true.
That Magi says, question for Nam: if I enjoyed Nocturne, should I play Digital Devil Saga?
Yeah, it's a good game, but I think that my personal problem with Digital Devil Saga is that I'm not a big fan of the way you get skills in that game because it takes too long.
Whoop.
Shadow's bad news.
That's a good game, regardless.
I'll reveal your true form.
And we're slowly
Your arch
running.
nemesis.
Yeah, we're slowly
Take her
running.
down.
We're slowly running out of SP here for Morgana and On. Anyway, who do I need again for?
I think it's Wind.
Yeah.
It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am.
It's almost scary how much you repeat your lines.
Almost scary how woo looking cool Joker.
It's gonna be a long road to Makoto.
Yeah.
And then a longer road to Futaba.
Somewhere. Show me.
I can't wait until my upgraded Joker cosplay comes in, and then when we go to cons, I could just keep being like, you know, I see something somewhere.
I see it.
Right in their weak spot. It's weak to fire skills.
Is Incubus weak to guns? I can't remember.
No, don't think so.
Screw it, I'm gonna check it.
Their weakness, Panther.
They are not.
Lightning, I think?
Maybe.
It's weak to fire skills.
Alright, let's get rid of one of
fire.
Get rid. It is. I was just wondering if they had like a secondary weakness.
Are you gonna wear the DLC outfits?
Maybe at one point, sure. You know, put a bit of breath of fresh air into the music.
Sin music.
hate how the Persona 1 costume, it plays the PSP battle theme and not the PS1 version.
Yeah.
Do it! My turn!
I think we may as well get Incubus here. Unless, assuming I don't kill him. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, Baton Pacifier is gonna be way too strong for that.
Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Okay, On has sleep. That should help us big time.
I can feel it.
Right, we beat.
It's one of the most brain-dead puzzles in the game.
The Beefcake book.
Oh, there's a room I haven't checked here.
Strong one. What are you gonna do?
Which one was that one? Didn't say. Slate book. Okay. Okay, we'll go back to the save room just to be safe. Oh crap! He says as I'm spotted.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Let's go.
Spotted a strong one. What are you
Go.
Look, a treasure chest.
Show me your true form.
I'm guessing this is gonna be a Bareth. Yep.
Yep.
Great. Alright, let's use Secunda on him then, first of all. I know SMT fans are gonna be shocked to see me use, buffs.
Get wrecked!
You're on the ground.
Just
Nice going, Skull. This'll end it.
Okay, not too bad. Oh, thank God, On. You're amazing.
I've said this for years.
Ah, balls. Oh, wow. Everybody's evasive. Yes. Why did that not knock him down? Hello? Oh, you son of a bitch.
That's okay though, it's Morgana.
Back out and focus on support.
That's it for me.
Help if you can. This is a whole new defense, Panther.
Yeah, this is like one of the reasons that the starting palace on hard mode is actually one of the more difficult ones in the game. Because like at this point, say again.
That one fucking enemy.
Well, that too, but also the fact that you have no confidant abilities whatsoever, barely any personas to work with.
I heavily relied upon the On confidant ability where she'll charm the enemy. My goodness, that saved my ass.
I know for my latest playthrough of the game, I used the party members a lot. I used more party members than I usually bench, just to see like what else they could do. And On can really come in clutch.
Well, just because I like her so much, I pretty much just have her in, like, all the time.
Joker.
Magi says, Persona 3 remake, I'd be scared of what Atlas would do to its themes, and they have a track record of ruining Persona, as they have a track record of ruining Persona 3's themes constantly. They mess about with it a bit, I suppose, with like Q and Q2, they make them all friendly and kind of not so grim and dire all the time, but I don't know. I don't imagine they change it.
I don't remember seeing this like beefcake book around anywhere. I could have sworn it was like called the Queen book or something. I'm pretty sure I got it right, but yeah, no, I'm not so sure.
What does that mean?
Now then. Joker.
Okay, so we need to take this, no, not the King's Book, damn it.
Oh, yeah!
So we need to keep looking around, I guess, for the Queen's Book.
I have something.
I've never seen that beefcake one, though.
Oh, there's a, I think that one goes out into a shelf that's in the hallways.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Hmm?
Okay.
Oh.
I believe that was also something that was added in Royal.
Yeah. And I'm so smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played this since like last year when I did New Game Plus. As much as I enjoy replaying this game over and over again.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you first did this, it was like almost I don't want to say the next day, but like almost pretty much the next day you were playing it again. It was pretty close after you finished it that you were just like, I'm doing it again.
Yeah, it was like we suffer from post-Persona depression though. It's like, can you blame me?
I know that whenever I make my videos on these games, I never want to like play them again when I'm done.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even agreed to come here. There's the Queen's Book.
It's because I'm not playing the game. If I was actually playing the game, I think I'd like die. Because I still haven't played Persona 4. Like I barely played the PC version.
Yeah.
It's been almost a year since then. But yeesh. I still don't think I can look at that game.
That reminds me, you last week you finished playing Yakuza 0. What did you think overall?
I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I just
How many of the other Yakuzas have you played?
None.
No, that's your first one. Oh.
That was my first one. I've owned Kiwami for a very long time. I just haven't played it.
Kiwami's great.
And what's really like stopping me from just going into that one is that I also want to play the original. Just so I can appreciate what exactly was changed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There are tons of pictures of
For us, I think is Kiwami 2. I think is the best. That just has everything going for it. I think our favorite iteration of Majima. Certainly, we absolutely love Majima.
Yeah.
He's very different in Yakuza 0. He's not what he should be. Or what he normally is. Like, once you get to Kiwami, and Kiwami 2, that's the Majima that we know and love.
Yeah, that's probably, like, one of the few things that, was sort of... I can't fully appreciate how different some of the characters acted in this one than they do normally, but I know that Majima is pretty different in Zero.
Yeah, very different. Like, from Yakuza, I think 3 or 4 onward, he's pretty much like he is in 0, but 1 and 2 certainly are like his finest hour.
Yeah.
It's a different
That and Yakuza 2 gives him, like, when he appears, it is the best possible opening you can give to Goro Majima. It is amazing. In every way, it is as spectacular and flamboyant as the character should be.
That's a weird shaped building. Could it be a tower or something?
Considering our current position.
That makes sense to say, Josh, how's the bad weather over here?
It's currently not too bad right now. It's been worse.
It's been raining all day.
Yeah.
But that's England, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be England without depressing weather. Anyway. Oop. Oh, this is where we learn about the new disaster shadows, isn't it?
Yeah, I think because he's got the weird kind of look in his eyes.
I think they all have that.
I thought they're normally red eyes.
Oh, maybe, yeah, you might be right.
attacked?
What's up with that one? It's mumbling to itself, but it's not making any moves.
Be careful. If my prediction is correct, that one's a bit problematic for us.
Alright.
I disagree. That actually makes the game a bit more broken.
What the hell?
It started moving after we attacked it. Looks like it's exactly what I expected. Once we take it down...
Why didn't you say that before?
Oh, nice. A snuff soul. Thank you. I needed that.
You see? I knew it would explode.
I'll explain later. Focus on the battle for now.
Yeah,
or
so...
I'll explain right now.
Yeah, these are also new to Royal. You know, the disaster shadows, they basically explode when you attack them, but
they
run
won't... and then they explode.
Pretty much, yeah, but they don't attack you. Like, as long as you don't attack them. So, it's sort of a risky business.
Did the original Persona 5, did that one have, what was it? You know how in Royal, treasure demons can be mixed in with, like, normal enemies?
Yeah.
Did the original game do that at all?
I believe it did, yeah.
Okay, because in the original Persona 5, I didn't see a single fucking treasure demon outside of the tutorial one, and I had no idea what I was doing wrong.
It's based on
yeah,
how high the alert...
Yeah,
it's how high the alert meter is. Oh! Jesus Christ.
You really need to heal Joker.
Yeah. Cool, made it. And another snuff soul. Unless that's the same one we just got.
This is amazing.
Okay, so I'll use that real quick. No, it's just the one snuff soul. I think I actually should probably heal first.
Yeah, that made sense. So I'm looking at the P5R DLC. I only get the costume one for PQ2, as it has the best P5's battle theme. Well, good luck with that, because you still won't have Kasumi's.
Right. So I think we'll head into this.
We call it here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll save here, and then next time we will finish Kamoshida's palace and take on the bastard himself in part 3 next week. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining this second part, and I thank Jude from Matamo Workshop and Nam's Compendium from joining us as well. So is there anything you guys want to mention before we sign off?
Go look at my channel. I don't know.
Really selling it.
I make things, and yeah, I'm working on a Kanoe armor. If you like strikers and Kanoe, I'm making his armor. There.
There's a lot of confidence behind that one.
Channel plugged. Nailed.
Yeah, well, you got more activity on your Facebook page anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I have. I haven't posted anything about it yet because I'm still in the early stages. But I am working on an Akira Kanoe, from Persona 5 Strikers, the Phantom Strikers. I'm making his armor. I've got the chest piece almost worked out, but then I ran out of material. So I'll be posting about that in a few days, if you're interested to see that. And then later, I will be making his sword.
Nice. It's a lot of work. And thank you, Matt, that Mage Lad, as well. It's glad you enjoyed yourself. Nam, is there anything you want to mention before we go?
Well, if you want to hear my greatly extended thoughts on all Persona games, you could check out my channel. But they are very long videos, so you should only proceed if you are into that sort of thing. Also, I'm probably gonna finish my Yakuza 0 video in like a week or something, depending on how I feel.
Nice. Any idea how long that one's gonna be?
Not super long, probably like 20, 25 minutes, maybe.
Ah, cool.
Did you catch the post-credit sequence in that?
I did.
Nice. It's awesome.
It's a really good one.
But anyway, that is it for us anyway. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week for part 3.